Here's a word on consistency. It is better to miss a scheduled email than it is to send too many emails all at once. You know what happens if you've trained people to expect 1 email a week and you send 2 emails in a week? They unsubscribe. You know what happens if you train people to expect 1 email a week and you skip a week? Nothing. Because people don't even notice half the time. Now, here's the one exception. If you have a special event, let's say there's some sort of one-time event that you're promoting. We're having a conference on September 12th. You can get away, or I'm launching a book. My book that I've been talking to you about for 2 years is coming out. You can get away with a couple of extra emails related to that event, and people will forgive you because they know that this is a one-time special instance. But you cannot abuse this. You've got, if you make an expectation of a certain frequency, you've got to stick to that frequency. All right. Tip number 5 is to experiment. This doesn't just apply with email marketing, it applies with all of your marketing, but it's particularly true with email, because email can be very measurable. So if you're using a tool like MailChimp, MailChimp will tell you what the open rate is, what percentage of people opened your email. It'll also tell you what the click-through rate is, what the percentage of people who clicked on your email. It'll tell you what those numbers mean, so here's how you're doing against the industry average, etc., etc. So you want to experiment with different ideas to figure out how to make those numbers go up. So experiment with different titles, experiment with different ways of getting people to click on images, because there are general principles like what I'm teaching you in this class, but ultimately it's what you find in your own tests on your own list that is most important. So I may have done something and it's worked for a bunch of my clients. I've recommended it in a talk like this, or you hear somebody else recommending something in a talk. But just because it worked for us with our lists doesn't necessarily mean it's the right idea for you and your list. You've got to do your own experimentation. And this is one of the things I love about MailChimp, is that MailChimp allows you to create tests very easily. You can do an A/B test with MailChimp, say on the subject of your email. You've got 2 subjects, you don't know which one is going to work the best. Or, as what happens often with my company, the person who writes the emails has a subject that she thinks is the best subject, and then I don't like her subject, I think I have a better subject. So how this would happen if you don't have an experiment company is the hippo wins. The hippo is the highest paid person's opinion. So I'm the boss, we go with my subject, which is a terrible way to run your business, because just because I'm the boss doesn't mean that my